What's truly good with you guys? Today I'm going to show you guys how to do some cool performance effects using your cue links. Shout out to Sarah 2Ill and my boy Malo Beats for doing a video on this. I have been requested to do it. Let's get right into it. So since I already have my outputs 1 and 2 already used with plugins, what I'm going to do is go in and use a submix. So what we can do is come over here to our mix window, and then we can come over here to IO. Now, all of my current instruments are going to outputs 1 and 2. So what we need to do is change that. So we can tap over here and we can actually change the output. So I'm going to change all these to sub 1. So we'll just do that. Sub 1 on all of the individual tracks here. Cool. We have all of those on sub 1. Now, if we come over here back to main, we can scroll all the way over to Submix 1. And we see we have level here on Submix 1. What Submix 1 is going to do is give us 4 more plugin slots to use just for special effects, since we already have processing on the main output. So all the submix is basically giving us a way to route multiple things to a separate mix that we can control with one channel, if that makes sense. So if we come back over here to mix and we see we've changed everything to sub 1, we can actually page over by just swiping, and we can put this on volume, and just so you can see the meters. So here's our Submix 1. Now that we have that, we can actually go into effects now, and you can see we get these 4 new slots for effects. So we're going to basically set up these effects and then use our cue links to correspond with these 4 effects. What we're going to do is come over here to the plus sign over here on Submix 1. So what we can do for this is get more of a SP404 effect. So we can come over here to harmonic, and then we can come over here to Air Flavor Pro. And so what we can do is adjust the settings here. Perfect. So this is going to be our first official effect. So what we're going to do now is tap and hold on cue link, and we're going to change this from screen. We're going to do this to project 1. Perfect. So now we can go to cue link edit. Excellent. So now what we're going to do is start with our first cue link to turn that VHS SP404-esque feel on and off. So what we're going to do is tap on our first cue link here, and we're going to hit the plus sign, and we're going to come over here to submix, and we're going to go to submix 1. Now we have here insert 1. Then we're going to come over here and hit the enabled. So what this is going to do is allow us to use this first cue link to turn it on and off. See? Excellent. I hope you guys have been enjoying this. Guys, my MPC Key 37 Masterclass is now available. And here's where we cover the absolute basics, from learning the buttons, the knobs, the screen, to end it all off with your final master and exporting your final project. Now, I do want to reiterate, we are covering MPC 3 in this masterclass. Now with this, guys, we also include some free sounds. And guess what? It is completely royalty free. And I know you guys will love this. We actually cover some music theory and we cover bass lines utilizing the keys of the Key 37. Now guys, it doesn't stop there. Of course, we cover sampling, the basic sampling formula, how to chop samples, using the navigation, the arranger, special effects, using the XY effects. Now it doesn't stop there guys, we also include access to the massive community tab. This is where we can share our ideas, we can share our tracks of course. So if you really want to be a part of something like this and take your MPC Key 37 production to the ultimate next level, then I'll leave my MPC Key 37 Masterclass tag below for you guys. And I sincerely hope to see you on the other side. So what we could do is go back to mix. Then we're going to come over here to our second slot over here on Submix 1. And for the second one that I want to use, I'm going to use a beat stutter effect. So I'm going to come over here to Flex Beat Player. Now we're going to come over here, tap that, and I'm going to find a stutter effect that I like. So let's say I like this. This is perfect. So what we can do is tap on Q Link, hold it, and then we're going to go over to Q Link Edit. Now there's a faster way to do this. We can come over here to the second knob. Perfect. Just tap it. And what we can do is hit Learn. Now we can come over here to the mix, go to Flex Beat Player, and then hit the on and off right here. Perfect. So it says learn to submix 2. Now that we have that, we can tap and hold on Q Link again, go to Q Link Edit, and boom, there's that effect there. So we could turn learn off. And for this top one here, this outputs 1 and 2 mute, we can actually just hit the trash button on that because we don't need that. So now we have our second Q Link ready to go. So now we can go to our next Q Link and we can actually go ahead and trash that. And for the next Q Link, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a halftime effect. So what we can do, let's go back to our mix, and then I'm going to hit the plus sign here. And then what we're going to do is go into halftime. So this is going to be under modulation. And then we're going to go into air half speed. I'm going to hit select. So let's get this on and let's make our adjustments. All right, so I'm going to change this to 2 bars with mode 2. And what we can do here to make this go faster is we can actually go to Q Link again, press and hold, and we can go to Q Link Edit. Then we can come over here to learn again, go back to mix, half speed, and then tap the on and off of that. And boom, that's ready to roll. Hit Q Link again, and then go to Q Link Edit. So now we can see we have that ready to go. Turn learn off, which we did. So what I'm going to do is just go back in there and make a tweak. Now the last thing I'm going to add is a delay. This is going to be for us to do some nice delay throws to kind of just transition into another track or something like that if you want, or another vibe. So what we can do is hit that plus sign again on our submix. And this time we're going to go to delay and reverb. And then I'm going to go over to Air Delay Pro. So we just need to make some tweaks and adjustments for this. So what I'm going to do is go into settings, and I'm going to tailor this delay. So I'm going to roll off a lot of this low end here. So we don't want a lot of that going into it. And then I'm going to roll off some of the top end here. Perfect. So what I'm going to do now is go back into main, and what I'm going to do is assign the mix. So we're going to come over here to Q link again, tap and hold Q link edit, and then we're going to go to learn, and then we're basically going to tell this to learn to control the mix of the delay. So we're going to come over here to mix and tap that. Perfect. So we had to just basically turn it a little bit instead of just tapping it. We had to turn the knob. So now that it's learned it, now that's ready to go. Now what you can also do to couple with this is actually turn up the feedback as well. So we can also assign that, learn that for this Q link as well. So now we're controlling the feedback and the mix of the delay at the same time. Let's go back to Q link. Let's go back to the edit and then turn the learn off. So now we have this. Kind of crazy. So if you want that effect, that's cool. I'm going to delete the feedback and just do the mix. So that's a nice effect to have. So this is crazy. So now we have the vibe and we can do these performance effects. Now we also have some more options here. When we come back over here to Q links and then hit Q link edit, we also have some helpful things here. We have here this keyboard. If you tap this where it says Submix Insert Enable, you can actually name your effects, which is extremely helpful. We can actually rename that SP404 filter and hit do it. So that'll be for that one. Then for this one, we can name this the stutter. So we can name this stutter. Perfect. So now we have all of these named so we can see which effect is which as we touch the Q links, which is super helpful. Now we also have another strategy, which is momentary. So if we turn this to momentary, what this is going to do is turn on when we turn the knob, but then when we let go, it's going to turn it off immediately so we don't have to do a turn on and turn off. So I'll demonstrate it. Just let go. So the next thing we're going to do is cover automating this. We're going to automate these performance effects. So what I'm going to do is go back to our arranger here, and I'm going to set this all the way back to the beginning of the arrangement, and we're going to add some stuff as we go. Now what we can do is turn on our automation here, set to green, which is read. We tap that automation, it turns red. We're ready to write some automation in. So let's go for it. Let's have some fun real quick. Excellent. Now we can put this back on read and let's listen to it. All right, not the best performance in the world, but you get the point. You can now automate those effects. Now to wrap this up, here's some important things because I know you might be asking this. Now, if you've used these cue links for these effects, how do you get back to your normal cue link behavior? So what we can do is go to main here just to make us feel at home, to get back to the main screen here. And what we can do is tap and hold on cue link. And then we can change this from project 1, which is an empty project. We're going to change this back to screen. So now it's going to interact with the screen. So if we come back over here, let's say the Submix 1, we do this, we have our track level, playhead, all the different things. It's going to be according to the current screen. Now, when you want to get back to the performance effects, you can go back to project 1. All right, so if you got any value out of this video, give your brother a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on those bell notifications so you don't miss anything else from the channel. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.